He's at. Where are my MVPs at? I need to see y'all. Hold on. Let me put this on gallery because I need to see where all these MVPs is at. Because looking at myself, I already know what I look like. Where my MVPs at? King Derek, I see you. Queen Lakeisha, I see you. Queen Robin, what's going on, Queen? Queen Delisha, I see you. Queen Malicia, I see you. Where y'all at? Turn y'all cameras on if y'all can. Can y'all please go tell y'all cousins that we are in here? Can y'all get y'all family in here, please? Let them know that we are live. I need y'all to show up for yourselves. Is that my queen, Mia? I see. Hey, beautiful. How are you? Let the family know that we are live, we are active, but I need to have all my MVPs show up for yourselves this AM. If you are the MVP, please put MVP in the chat. I see the baby. She got the babies in here with her. That's what I'm talking about. She the MVP times 3. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who can tell me what MVP means? Do y'all remember? Let me see it. Drop it in the chat. Who can tell me what MVP stands? There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Queen Brittany. I absolutely love it. How are y'all feeling this AM? I hope y'all are ready to get active. Y'all know that we are coming in here. We are fully prepared to participate with our cameras on. We coming in with high energy. So y'all already know what I'm about to have y'all do, right? Y'all already know. Nobody is just
Something
ripping
that
out the
would be, I
bed,
guess,
right?
interesting.
Yeah, nobody. Queen Tangia, I see you, Queen. What's going on, love? Y'all already know we are getting ready to sit up here and pour all our love and energy into our king. But the most important thing is about, being that most valuable participant. And that needs to carry on all day, every day. From the time that we open our eyes, we need to be the most valuable participant in our life and the most valuable participant in our day. So we already need to have started planning today, yesterday. We should already know what our day is looking like. For those that are struggling with that time management, we should already know what our day should be looking like from last night. It should be planned out. So if y'all don't know that already, start working on that. But in the meantime and on in between time, because we are coming
So,
in the mindset
so sorry.
of somebody, what we doing in here? What y'all got going on back there? So we are already in the mindset of being a business athletics training. So we are basically looking at it, and I never really thought about it like this, but this king of ours, they switch things up on us all the time. But basically looking at your life and your business as an athlete, we are the athletes of our business. And I've owned multiple businesses, but one of the businesses that I owned was a boxing gym. And anybody that ever boxed, and that is one of my favorite sports, you know that when it comes to boxing, one of the biggest things that you have to have in boxing, actually in any sport, but one thing that you can know about sports, if you don't know, you can play any sport, but what you can't do is you don't play boxing. That's one thing you don't play. You will play every other sport, but you do not play boxing. You understand what I'm saying? That is you against you inside that ring. That is a mindset thing all day long. We're not playing boxing. We're going to play basketball. We're going to play football. We're going to play soccer. We're going to play baseball. We're not playing boxing. What do you need to have the most of when it comes to playing sports, especially in boxing, especially when you want to be that elite athlete? Is discipline, right? Discipline. All of us, one of the main things we should have is discipline. We're going to get into some things, family, today, but let's see. It's 8:37. We got to bring up the king, our mindset mogul, King Fu, who's going to make sure that we have the discipline and the consistency that we need so that we can be accountable for ourselves. I need everybody. I mean, everybody. How many people we got in here? It is 45 people in here. Y'all ain't wake y'all cousins up. Y'all ain't tell y'all cousins we was live. Go in y'all groups, let them know that we are live and let them know we are about to get active. In the meantime, I need everybody to come off mute and show our mindset mogul, our king crew, our coach crew, show him some love, pour all the love, life, and energy into our mindset mogul king crew. Please and thank you. Let's bring him out, y'all. Let's go. I can't hear y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's
Go.
go.
Bring them up. Bring them up.
Good morning.
Crew, where you at?
Come through.
Morning.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Where you at, King?
They're not doing it through the.
Let's get
You have
it.
to have to
Oh,
and then
okay.
go online.
King crew, let's go.
Luhvplus.com.
Get it. Let's get
Let's
it.
Log in with
go.
your
Good morning.
Okay, girl.
Mindset.
Okay.
Mindset.
Let's
Oh,
What up? What up? What
Let's
up?
get it. Let's get it.
What up? What up? What
morning.
up?
Good morning.
All right, good. So, what's going on, everybody? I want to send you love. I want to send you beautiful energy today. You know what you've been dealing with. You know the problems that you might have. You know the situations you might be in. You know what you might be dealing with. So I want to send you a lot of love because I know everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's going through their own struggle. Everybody has. No matter how much success you have, you're dealing with something. So we want to make sure we hold this space for you to feel safe, to feel comfortable, so that way you can step outside of the box, so that way you can start experiencing life in a way that you've never experienced before. I understand that some of you may be at work. I understand some of you may be driving to work. I understand so you might be on the West Coast, so you might be somewhere where you have to do a little bit extra in order to make it to these calls. So I want to send you some love, and I want to clap it up for you because you did that. Okay, you did that. You got on the call. Being on the call is great. It's not the end, right? It's not the end. It's just the start. And everybody drop in the chat. If you feel like you could become that MVP of your life, put MVP in the chat. As I remember before, I mentioned to everybody, I said, when y'all see me show up, just drop the word mindset or say mindset, right? Because that's what I represent. I embody mindset. I get paid to be who I am, and which is a great thing. And I want to teach you to do the same. The only way for you to truly get paid to be who you are is based upon your mindset. So there's a whole system behind it. It's stature, significance, and systems. That's the highest level, right? Where you could build a stature that has significance tied to it. And all you got to do is put a system in place that upholds that, and you can start making money in your sleep, right? And this is to me, this is important because it's all about financial prosperity. This is about legacy. And as I mentioned before, some of you, just by stats wise, you're not going to win. I want us to break that mold. I want us to beat the odds. I want us to go against the grain. I want us to be the underdog that comes on top, right? That comes out on top. I want us to be the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. But you have to want to be it, right? It's not me, just me. You have to want to be it. Yes, we're going to give you the support that you need. Yes, we're going to have the team around you. Yes, we're going to provide you with the systems. Yes, we're going to do everything in our power to help you become the best version of you. But you must do everything in your power to become the best version of you. If that's clear, somebody say clear in the chat. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Right. So let me mute some of these mics. I see a lot of mics off mute. All right, cool. So Monday we went through the breakdown of why you're here, right? And I'm going to share my screen again. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk through it, just pretty much onboarding you and setting you up, right? So once again, today's going to be a real light day. It's not anything that you have to worry about. I'm not making anybody cry. None of it. What's happening today is you are going to be put in a position of power. Somebody say power. Somebody put power in the chat. So this is what I want to do real quick. Let me get 1 or 2 hands. Does anybody remember, just raise your virtual hand. Does anybody remember why I decided to put together these accountability programs that merges not only your group, but other groups? Sunshine, would you mind coming up on the screen with me here and being a person that can call on somebody? Is Moya available too? Can you bring Moya up? And let's just alternate. So Sunshine, you take one, Moya, take another one. If Moya is available, she's not, we stick with Sunshine. All right, there she goes. All right, cool. Sunshine, who we have?
Queen Lakeisha, come talk to us, Queen.
So ultimately, it's so that we can form strategic partnerships. Is
All
why you
right.
put the groups together.
That's
That's
it?
the end goal. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's
Is
the
that
end goal.
all?
Well, no, that's not all, but because percentage, when you bring in a group, you tend to have, when we look at the 80-20 rule, you tend to have 80% of the work done by 20% of the people. So you have a small percentage of the people who are actually leaders in the group. So when you then bring in, when you bring in other groups, so like we have this group, and then you may have the what is it, FYF. When you bring all these groups together and you pull, you're able to come up with a large amount of leaders. And then as other people see these people leading, then they'll tend to gravitate towards themselves also being leaders as well.
Absolutely. Love it. Absolutely. So yeah, that's really it in a nutshell. And I love that. One thing I really want to specify with this particular portion, right? This 30 days, this is Accountability Accelerator. So if we accelerate your accountability, you know what that does for you?
It helps me grow that much faster and get to the goals I'm trying to get to. So whether that's own a get a cash flowing asset is ultimately what we're also doing in this group, but to quickly get to the point where we're able to be each other's strategic partners, and just so we know how to formulate that as well.
Absolutely. So accountability is discipline and consistency. And when you have discipline and consistency, you can have achievability, right? So pretty much anything that you want, you can have as long as you're being disciplined and consistent with it. Same thing, this is why we talk about business athletes, right? Like if you're in a sport, you're not going to be as successful in the sport as you would be if you were just winging it, right? Like if you're just winging it, you're not going to be as good as practicing. So I want everybody to put practice in the chat. Put practice in the chat. You have to be disciplined and consistent. So if I'm disciplined and I'm consistent, then guess what? I have a higher chance to be greater than I was yesterday if yesterday I wasn't disciplined and yesterday I wasn't consistent. Let's just be real here. So after y'all put the practice in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you find yourself being disciplined some days and you find yourself being a little bit undisciplined other days. Put a 1 in the chat if you find yourself being consistent some days and being inconsistent other days. And this should be for all of us, right? Everybody, it should be flying with 1s in the chat, right? Because, and it doesn't mean that everybody here does it. Maybe there is somebody here that is super consistent. Wherever you're at, we want to help improve where you're at. You want to help improve. So basically look at it like a goalpost, right? If your goal is to be super consistent, so that way you're making a lot of money or you're making a lot of impact or you're changing your family's life, but your consistency and your motivation, your inspiration is down here, that's fine. That's fine where you're at. We just want to work on getting it up here. All right. And that's what we're going to do. So everybody, once again, drop practice in the chat. Let me share my screen. Can you send some love to Lakeisha in the chat? Shout out to LN holding it down. Do we have anybody else that was coming up want to share? Once again, look, this is how we like to judge it. If you are raising your hand, you're being the most valuable participant, right? Because you're being the most active participant in your life. But if you're just sitting around waiting for people like Malicia to raise a hand, waiting for people like Lakeisha to raise a hand, waiting for people like, just somebody else to raise their hand, then it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. So just understand, we do want you to participate as much as you can. Moya, who we got?
Okay, up next we have our Queen Robin. Let's go, Queen Robin.
Good morning, everybody. So the thing that I thought of is you brought these groups together so that you can bring like-minded people together. So that was the biggest thing for me, bringing like-minded people together. We're thinking the same, we're on the same path, we speak the same language, we have the same goals in mind.
All right, awesome. So what would that do for you? Like, what would having like-minded people around do for you?
Well, I mean, I know my personal life right now, I try to surround people around me who think the same, because when you don't, you have people bring you down. Like if you like to work out and get up early, then people who don't have that same mindset, girl, why are you getting up so early? Oh, I got to get my sleep. Oh, you lose weight and they're like, oh, you look sick. Like people that are on the same journey, they're going to look at you like you look good. So I just feel like when you have people around you that are like-minded, they tend to push you, they elevate you, they encourage you when when you don't always feel your best, because we don't always feel 100 every day. So I think when you're in a group, if you're at your 60, that group is gonna give you that 40% that you're lacking in that moment.
Aha. That was the biggest aha moment, right? So how many of us, like, let me know in the chat, put a 0 in the chat if you thought of that when she first said like-minded people. Because I know when she explained it, now it was like, whoa, hold up, you got a point there now, sis. So let me know. Put a 0 in the chat. If you did think about that when she first said it, put a 1 in the chat. I just want to know. I want to gauge the room. It's always going to be different answers, so please don't feel like we're forcing you to make an answer. We're not. We're just doing a survey, basically. So in reality, Queen, that's exactly it. Because how often are you sharing your big dreams with some small minds that turns your vision tiny? Your vision of yourself now becomes little. Yeah, I can't do it. Your vision of yourself and your business now becomes, yeah, I'm not going to be successful. But if you have people around you who are operating at this level or higher, guess what happens? You now believe that you can. Somebody say, yes, I can. Y'all remember watching Nutty Professor? I know y'all know Nutty Professor. He was getting back on his weight loss journey. Yes, I can. You know, he had the bucket of chicken. He was crying. He had the bucket of ice cream next to the chicken. Damn, chicken and ice cream. You got to be on one for that one. Chicken and ice cream. He was getting it. The ice cream be looking good in the movies. I don't know what they be doing about movies. Just like Home Alone. Y'all ever seen Home Alone? He's eating all the ice cream. Y'all wanted the ice cream. So like what the dude is, Nutty Professor, he was like, yes, I can. And his alter ego, his other version of himself, didn't want him to do it, didn't want him to lose weight. So it's not even going to be somebody else. It's going to be you, Robin, the person that you're talking about, like the like-minded person, that person is going to be you. It's not even going to be somebody else that tells you you can't. It's going to be you. And then the people on the outside reinforce what you already think. Why? Because your lifestyle is your mindset turned inside out. So you only get what your frequency is bringing to you. So you see frequently what you are representing on your frequency. So it's not about other people. This is about you. What you tune into is what you turn into. So once again, if anybody else is listening, you didn't get what I just said. Whatever you're seeing frequently, because we all see these things that's cyclical, whatever you're seeing frequently is based upon your own frequency. So if you're seeing constantly negative news, right, it's because that's where you're operating from. It's not a negative. Remember, we said if you want to go up here, this is your goal. You want to get cash flow and assets. You want to become the best version of yourself. It's here. It's doable. You got it. We're going to help you get there. You just might be here, right? You might be wanting to go to your level 10, but you just might be at level 2. And it's fine because we're going to get to level 3. You'll get to level 4, 5, 6, 7. The whole way we just smiling through it. You know what I'm saying? The whole way we just going. That's the way to go. Everybody send some love to Robin in the chat. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate you. Sunshine, last person, and then let's get into this.
Queen Candace, come talk to us, Queen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Robin. I want to piggyback off of Robin when she said like-minded people, and it's like really us in general. Ever since I went to get Vegas and came back, and I explained people my journey, the negative energy was unreal. You know, it was like, what you was doing out there? Was you gambling? And I was like, no, it was my new family. It was like, what family? And I'm like, wow. And I tried to explain to them what I was doing, how I'm about to invest, how I have a new family, how I'm feeling great. And it was nothing positive. And I kind of felt a little like, you know, it made me feel a little like, then I said, you know what? That's the negativity kicking in. That's the devil working. I said, no, this is not, you know. And you also mentioned, cool, you said negative news. I have a friend that watches the news all the time, right? And he's become like a newscast. Every day, you heard what happened on the block? Or you heard what happened in Brooklyn? This guy, he got killed. And I'm like, is that all you know what I'm saying? Is that all you like, you know, he got killed the other day. He was like, and I'm like, wow, like that's his mindset. That's all he's talking about. It's like he's living that life. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't be around that. I don't even watch movies anymore. I used to watch my power. I don't even turn the TV on anymore. It's like, it doesn't mean nothing to me. It's not meaningful. It's not going to bring me nothing. A little entertainment, but after that, then what happens? It's not bringing me no kind of nothing, no kind of the feeling. It's like I'm focused on that. What's going to happen in the next scene? I can't wait till next week when they put it on. You know what I mean? What happened to ghosts happen, you know what I mean? So I kind of took that away from me as well. So I'm changing my environment. I'm changing what I'm doing around people that's around what I'm watching. You know, and this is like, now I know my focus is more here. My new family, because I know where I want to be. You know, and it's like I jump, I'm excited. I'm getting up in the morning. I gotta get on Luhv Plus. You see me this morning. I said, Militia, I can't get on Luhv Plus. Can't get on Luhv Plus. You know what I mean? And I thank God for my new friend Militia. She's like family. Her and I communicate, we connected. She's like my sister now. You know what I mean? She's coming out here. We going out to Connecticut. We're doing big things. We're planning. You know what I mean? She's flying away from the East Coast. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is like beautiful. I'm so excited and I'm grateful. You know, I'm sick from Vegas. I'm like, oh my God. But I ran to the doctor yesterday. I don't want to be sick this weekend. So I said, doctor, I don't feel well. I don't want to be sick Saturday out. And I said, okay, I got to get this because I don't want to be sick in the bed and miss nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm here, guys, and I appreciate you, and I'm very happy. And this is it for me.
Yeah, everybody send some love to Candace in the chat if you haven't already. Candace, I did meet you in Vegas, and I love the fact that you showed up and showed out, and you got to see that we're real people.
Yes.
Right? Some of us in the chat right now, you never met us in person, so it's a little bit different. But let's just be real. When you go from the Zoom to the room, it's something magical that happens.
It was beautiful. The energy was amazing. I didn't want to leave. It was amazing. I didn't want to leave. I want to go home.
Hey, look, Candace, you ain't alone on that. None of us didn't want to leave, but when you start looking at that bill from that hotel room, you're like, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. I'm gonna see y'all later. You understand?
Yeah, it was so funny because when I was in the airport, you know, I was in the airport for 11 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, should I go back to the hotel and wait till the next day? You know, me and Morgan was in there. We was like, oh my God, flight, 11 hours we sat in the hotel. I mean, in the airport, it was crazy. And I said, I want to go back to, maybe people are still there. Maybe I'll go back to the hotel and get another room and link it with them. You know what I mean? Because it was like 11 hours waiting in the airport to go home. And I was like, you know what? Let me just sit and wait it out. This is, this is a test. Let me just wait it out. But yeah, back home and I'm ready to keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And yeah, 100%. Everybody send some love once again if you haven't already. Thank you, Candace. I really want to do this. I want people to understand the importance of your community. Like when you see Sunshine, you see Moya, they didn't know each other prior to coming here, but they actually live about 45, 50 minutes away from each other. Danielle, Tamoa, right? Tamoa didn't know Apolline or no Sunshine, but they all live in maybe a few miles from each other. So if that, right? So the thing about it is you might meet your best friend. Just to be honest with you, because just like Robin said, if you're operating on a level where you're positive and you're like going for a goal, but you got somebody else who's just down low and just like, I don't know about that. And they question everything that you're doing, you're not going to really get far, because if you hang around people with bad imagination, the bad imagination starts to seed into yours and you become a person with bad imagination as well. Same thing that we say, the principle does not go unchanged, y'all. You're going to realize that we work with a lot of principles. If you work with principles, principles work for you. Like if you practice and you study, you work hard, you're smart at what you do, you connect with people, you're going to go far. That's just the reality of it. But if you're staying by yourself and you're claiming that you're introvert, and you're going to have a hard time in life. You can't escape the principles. It is what it is. Now, one thing I want everybody to put their focus on is basically what Candace alluded to. Robin also alluded to it as well. You're going to be around other people who may not be aware of the possibility that you are aware of right now. What we don't want to do is look negatively at them. They are a mirror for us. Couldn't I say that about you right now? Couldn't somebody say that about me? Couldn't somebody look at what I do right now like, damn, bro, you doing it like that? You struggling. I'm a millionaire, but somebody else who's been doing this and is a billionaire, 100 millionaire, it might be looking at me the same way that you might be looking at that person that you saying, damn, you still talking about killing people on the block. People dying on the block. So I want you to look at yourself that way. I want everybody, if you resonated with this, because I'm going to be the first one to say, I don't have it all figured out. I know that's hard to believe because a lot of people come to me for insight. That's just where my value is at. I'm very good and I'm very insightful and I'm very well educated in that realm. That's my thing. Insight. I'm like the whole inner makings of creating programs and creating community. I've been doing that for years. I don't need to go out and put my face and be like, yeah, I'm the one doing it. I don't need that because I know where it shows up at. It's my result shows up within you. Because I understand the world reflects my thoughts. So I want you to know that we are guiding you wherever you're at in your journey. Do not feel like you need to compare yourself to somebody's level 10. If you're at level 2, that's totally fine where you're at. You need the level 10 to pull you up a little bit. So that way you can get faster through level 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you at level 7 and they at level 11. That's just how it works. All right? So don't compare yourself because you're one move away. But what I want you to look at is this, though. If you feel like me and you don't have it all figured out, put into the chat, I don't have it all figured out. As you ascend, you're going to start seeing some crazy things happen. Like the way that you used to think, you're no longer going to think about it. In these 30 days, you're going to come out transformed. Literally, this can happen in 3, but we break it up in 30. Like literally, this can happen in 3 days, but we break it up into 30. Once again, I'll say it again. This can happen, this transformation, where you literally walk in the door one way, you will transform into somebody else that's capable of running a business, capable of dealing with problems, capable of solving issues, capable of being able to be the person that uses the imagination to pull everything together to create their dream destination. You will be that person. The person that can take your mindset, turn it into a tool set to create cash flow and assets. The person that can become a cash flow collector. You'll be that person. But the way that you're going to be that person is if you practice. Everybody put practice in the chat because you don't have it all figured out. So you have to practice. So let me share my screen again and let me go over a little bit about what we did yesterday. Not yesterday, Monday. I always say yesterday, but Monday. Let's go over what we did on Monday. Just to give this another perspective. And that's what this is all about, y'all. It's all about perspective. Like your life gives you a certain perspective, and out of your perspective, you make sense of your perspective, and that becomes your mindset. So we can't get upset at people who have a certain mindset, right? We can't get upset at those people. What we can do is we can learn from those people. As we mentioned before, right? It's all about this whole social media thing nowadays. If you're on social media and you're in a space where most of your social media is just consumed and filled with people talking about, random stuff, like whether it be like the shade room, whether it be those type of things on your Instagram or your social media, whether it be like dating or whether it be anything. We want to put you in a space where you get loved on. How many of you are the best of the best in your family? You're always doing things for other people. You're always loving on people, and maybe the return is not the same for you, right? We want to put you in that space where you get loved on by the people that you associate with, okay? By the people you associate with. So we would encourage everybody to be on Luhv Plus, to block out the noise and the distractions, because we understand practice is very important. So Luhv Plus is that space where you can practice. It's that space where you can feel heard, loved, felt, seen, and appreciated. We understand that you're not going to move without dealing with challenges, right? You're not going to move without going through pain. We understand that. The pain forces you into taking action. The pain forces you into taking action. See, you truly, once you get comfortable, like before you got your job, right? Your current job, and let me know if this is you, but before you got your current job, you were doing what? You probably did something else or whatever, but then you got down to a point where you said, you know what? I got too much pain. I need to move. I need to do something. I need bigger. I need better. I need something, right? Whatever it is, put it into the chat what it was that forced you to be at your new place of residence, your new place of employment. Like, let me know in the chat. But I'm quite sure it was one or two things. It was either pain or it was either a new challenge for yourself. We want to replicate the same thing, just like in sports, right? We want to force the progress. We want to force the progress. And in sports, forcing the progress is practice. Inside of practice, whoever have been in sports, you ever ran and you're like, man, coach has tired me out. I'm tired. Hey, that's what practice does. It tires you out, it wears you out, so that way when you rest and recover, you become new. How many of you went to the gym? How many of you gone to the gym? How many of you go to the gym? And when you first go to the gym, it's so painful. When you first go to the gym, it's like a lot of work. When you first go to the gym, you don't really want to do it. Force the progress. It's just a challenge. Through challenges, these are chances for you to show your greatness. So when you're working, you're getting those reps in, it's just to see, are you going to quit? Because if you do one thing like this, chances are you do something else like this, right? If you do one thing like this, chances are you do something else like this. So if you give up on yourself at the gym, you most likely gave up on yourself on your finances. You most likely give up on yourself somewhere else too. And maybe you're not the person that gives up on your finances, but you're the person that gives up on your gym, right? Maybe that is you. But couldn't you be better? Like, let me just ask. If you had a better body, what could that do for you? Let me know in the chat. If you had a better body, what can that do for you? So when we spoke about breaking down business, right, in that you want to get busy nesting, right? You want to get busy doing something in a place of power, right? And a place of power could be in your house. A place of power could be at work. It could be anywhere, right? As long as you're there, you're giving it power because you're electric. So anywhere you go, you're exuding power somewhere, right? Sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose. It just is what it is. But we want to be confident in showing our wins. We want to be confident in showing our losses. We want to be confident in understanding that it's not about looking good. It's not about looking like you're winning. Some people are so consumed with looking like they're winning that they're losing. Some people are so consumed with looking like they're winning, they're losing. Don't let that be you. When you talk about letting somebody in your business, this is the key right here. People need to come into your business to pay you. You're not going to pay yourself. It's not possible for you just to pay yourself. You can't sustain on taking money out your bank account and giving it back in your bank account and then purchasing things without new money coming in. It's just almost impossible. So the things that you think that people are seeing as a loss, you just seen it as a lesson, so it translates to a win. Look, as I mentioned before, let me put another L right here. If I put another L right here, that's basically a W. So these lessons, right? It's just wins it's just future wins. So anytime you get a loss, it's just a future win. Why? Because business is a sport. Business is a sport. And those losses are just attributed to us training. So when we train, what happens in the gym? Our muscles get stronger. If we practice, what happens? We get better. If you don't practice, your muscles don't get bigger and you don't get better and you get average results. This is what we mean when we say just over broke. If you're just over broke, that's super average, right? You have just enough money to meet your needs, but you don't have enough money to live your life. So instead of living your life, you're living working, right? We don't want you to live working. We want you to get paid to be who you are. We don't want you to get paid to do a job. How many of you get paid to do a job, but you rather get paid to be who you are? How many of you get paid to do a job, but you rather get paid to be who you are? Because getting paid to do a job, you already understand, it's not cutting it. You don't want to go to work. You're dragging your feet. You're not doing the best you can do because you don't really want to be there. You'll be snappy with people because you're on edge. If anybody say anything to you, you're ready to go off. Just let me know. Like my dad used to always say, don't be a sucker. I'm not saying you're a sucker. I'm just saying the working man is a sucker. How many of you have a job and you actually love it? Don't get me wrong. You might have a good job. Your job might be great. How many of you have a job and you actually love it? Put a 1 in the chat. How many of you have a job and you actually hate it? Put a 0 in the chat. But just so you know, before you got that job, this was you. When they hired you, this was you. 3 weeks later, this is you. I said 3 weeks. Yeah, this was you when they hired you. 3 weeks later, this is you. I want to transform that. And the way that I'm going to transform that with your help is that we practice together. Can we practice? Let me know if we can practice, y'all. If we could practice, we can improve, right? Let me know. What can we improve on if we practice? What can we improve on if we train? What can we improve on? So we can improve on the way we see things, the way we think about things, the way we act, because our act is really giving us the ability to go out to manifest. So we have to also see, right? And this mind is the greatest tool, as we mentioned before, but the most powerful tool in the world is a made-up mind. So we got to make up our mind to become this MVP person. So somebody put into the chat, practice is power. So let's break down what practice is. Practice is a repetition. Practice is an exercise. So it's a repetitive exercise, it's a repetitive thing that you're doing. So we already know that repetition is helpful, right? Because it allows us to retain. So if practice is helping us to retain, if practice is helping us to improve, then what is it really helping us to improve? It's helping us to improve our effectiveness. So when you're on the court, right, like Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter of our generation, the greatest shooter of all time in history. And it's due to his what? Effectiveness. He practiced so much that he's now super effective. When we talked about LeBron James and Michael Jordan, right? LeBron James and Michael Jordan, everybody knows these individuals. And there's a lot of people that have the same body just like Michael Jordan. You know, 6'6", 220. There's a lot of people who came in 6'6", 220. But a lot of people are not Michael Jordan. There's only one Michael Jordan. He practiced like a maniac. He practiced like a madman. There's only one Kobe Bryant, 6'7", 220. There's a lot, but there's a lot of people that's 6'7", 220. But he practiced like a madman. He has 5 championships, MVPs. Right? LeBron James, he has 4 MVPs. I know. Why is this important? Because business is athletics. So when you talk about a person like Elon Musk, you think Elon Musk just rolled out of bed just because he got a different skin color? You think he just rolled out of bed and won? He has so many failed attempts that he doesn't even look at them as failures. He looks at them as lessons or steps to get to where he wanted to be. Some of you look at the losses in your life and you get discouraged. He looked at the losses in his life and got encouraged. And then what did that do? That gave him power. So what is power? What is power? You know what? What is power? Power is also what we call authority. Somebody put into the chat, what is power? If you have power, what is that? Right? If you have power, you have authority. So by practicing, you're going to improve your effectiveness in your authority. So you're going to improve how effective you are in your authority. What does that really mean? So on the court, right? LeBron James, he's so effective that he has power. He's so effective that he has authority. People get afraid of him. He's so effective on the court. People gift him with things. My boy had $100 million contract to wear sneakers before he even stepped foot on an NBA hardwood because of his effectiveness in high school. We're talking about an 18-year-old kid, but he had what we call authority because of the way he carried himself. His practice gave him power. His practice gave him authority. All right? His practice gave him authority. So when you look at authority, when you look at effectiveness, that's what we want to build with you. What is effectiveness? What was it that made him effective? His skill is what made him effective. His skill. Well, his authority, like why can't somebody have power? Because they have the ability to do something. So I have the authority to throw you out of this class if you keep showing up late. Why? Because I have the ability to throw you out of the class if you keep showing up late. You distracting everybody. All right? The president of the United States can have you locked up in jail for life. The president of the United States can have you out of jail and set free for life. Why? Because of the authority, the ability. So now you might have the ability to make money, right? You might have the ability to make money. How many of you got the ability to make money? Let me know in the chat. How many of you have the ability to make money? But do you have the skill? Do you have the skill to make money willingly? Do you have the skill to be able to do this effortlessly? Do you have the skill? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the skill to be able to make $100,000 a month? So this is where you want to get to. You want to be able to get to the skill. We all want this thing right here. Tell me if you want money, power, respect. Tell me if you want money, power, and respect. Tell me if you want money and power, respect, because this is the thing, y'all. So if I'm an athlete and I have great skill and I have great ability, guess what? They're gonna give me a lot of money. People want to give me money. People want to pay to watch me. They want to pay to watch me play. Right? So now when they see my ability and skill, they're gonna see my power. Let's just be real here. Your ability and skill gives you your power, right? Now, would you listen? Who would you respect more? Would you respect somebody on the bench who's haven't played a game all season, or would you respect LeBron James more? I don't want to sway y'all words or y'all thoughts, but just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Who would you respect more on the court? If you're playing alongside of those players and somebody came and told you, hey, look, I want you to do it this way, who would you respect? So your respect that you want, that everybody wants, the reason why you don't get the respect from the family that you want is because you haven't shown the skill and the ability to create money at will, to make impact at will. So once you start utilizing your skill to get to the money, you automatically get to the power. Once you get to the power, you automatically get to the respect. Money, power, respect. They talk about this. This is a thing that you shouldn't go unnoticed. This is the thing. How can you get to money, power, and respect? You're going to be able to get to that by practicing. By practicing. Where is your place of practice? So what I want everybody to do right now is I want you to go onto luhvplus.com or go to your app. First, I'm just going to show you on the screen luhvplus.com and break down this. Everybody needs to be here. Everybody needs to be here. Let me go share this. Everybody needs to be in Luhv Plus. This is your place to practice. If you want to start manifesting your millions, you want to start becoming that MVP, you have to practice. Athletes have a court to practice in. They have a field to practice on. They have a rink to practice at. They can get better and hone their skills, right? Well, singers have a place to practice. They can go to the studio. They can mess up all day in the studio and they can get practice. And then when it's time for them to come out and perform, they're good now. Right? How many of you go and watch people with performances, like plays in theaters? They have an arena to practice in. But what about entrepreneurs? What about business owners? Where's your place to practice? So we design a place for you to practice, a place for you to do challenges. And I'm going to share my screen on this. So we want everybody to get acclimated today. We want everybody to get acclimated today. We want everybody to get acclimated today. Who is not on Luhv Plus? Who is not? Put a 1 in the chat if you are on. Put a 0 in the chat if you're not. Somebody asked for a search bar. Here you go. All right. So if you're not on Luhv Plus, go to luhvplus.com. So we just do this. We just go to luhvplus.com. All right. Just go to luhvplus.com. That's all. And you'll be up here. You got your login at the top right. Let's go and log in. All right, so everybody, you see that clearly. You can have the info page, but that's just information. The tabs that you're going to need the most: Luhv Plus, ChatGPT. Let me log in though. So I'm going to log in here, and then once I log in, you'll be able to see my profile. So when you log in, right, don't log in with a Google email, please. Don't log in with anything else other than the natural login. If you got one Facebook account, you can log in with Facebook. But if you got multiple, if you got 2 Gmails, don't log in with a Gmail. Don't log in with a Gmail. Just come in and create a new password and use your email. Yeah. Kana, if you did that, just remember which email that you use, because what's gonna happen is this. Hold on, y'all. I gotta blow my nose real quick. Give me 1 second now.
For those of you that said that you did not, you have not logged on to Luhv Plus, please make sure that you do and create your profile and make sure that it is public in the meantime. Fill out all the questions that are there and make sure that it's public so that you can communicate with everybody else that is inside of the community. There is also,
Absolutely. Thank you. Go ahead, Sonny.
I was just saying, there's also an app that you can download onto your phone as well.
Absolutely. So, and we're gonna go through, and we're gonna make sure everybody gets set up today, so that way nobody misses anything. Because on Monday we're hitting the ground running. We're not looking back and we're not stopping. So I need everybody to be ready to go. Walter, you still gonna have a couple days to get that done. So just get that done today. But everybody who has the ability right now, do it right now. Don't waste time. We're gonna get to it right now. We're gonna get to some of those hands too. So I logged in with my account, right? And this is what Sunshine is referring to. So inside your profile, you want to make sure your profile is public. If you have a private profile, then what that means is chances are you're not going to be able to get the information or have people interact with you because you're private. You want to be on public. All right. So when you get into your profile, right? You want to edit the profile. And especially on like the mobile device, the app, you definitely want to make sure this is public, right? You want to set this to public. And you will see this. Mine, you just come down here. Once you go to edit profile and you scroll down, come down here. Mine is automatically public. So I don't have the button here, but this is where your button would be at. We also have Luhv Plus dating. So we encourage dating because regardless whether you want to admit it or not, some of you might like each other. Some of you may be married. So if you're married and that's what it is, you make sure you put it in here. So that way they're not messaging you, right? And I'll show you how it looks on the app too. If you're not looking, just put not looking. You don't want people coming and solicitate themselves if they're not even, if you're not even looking. If you're single and you're looking, then go ahead, put single and looking. If you want to describe your love languages, because we figured out that if you are growing by yourself, then your partner is not growing at the same rate. And chances are you're going to end up breaking up. I know this from firsthand, so you could just, take it from me. In fact, you take it from yourself. You probably already know that you've grown past a certain partner, and then from it's it ain't really what you wanted it to be. So fill out these things in detail. So not one word. Only the single is fine. You can put that in one word. The married, not looking, all of that, you can put that in one word. But anything that's asking you questions like, do you offer value to others? What are your goals? Are you excited for transformation? Like all of these different things, you should be filling this out in full detail. Right? Fill this out in full detail. Don't have it looking bare bones like this. This is not a representation of what you want. You want to make sure you're filling it. Right? So once you get that done, you can see everything here. This is your blackboard, right? This is where you can see everything that you're doing with inside the community. Anytime you made any one-on-one bookings, like if you booked to speak with Sunshine in a paid alignment, then yeah, it'll be up here. The credit card that you have on file, it'll be up here, your wallet. So the money that you created, the crew coins that you've earned, any subscriptions that you are on right now will be up here. You can see when they expire. You can see how many payments if that is part of your package. Some of you have different plans, so it'll be different. So don't go comparing your plan to other people and wonder why yours look different. It's a different plan for different people. You might be from a different space. So notifications, if you may miss something, here's where you go right to notifications. Right. Tangia, she mentioned some of us inside the Mailbox Motivation Accelerator. This is where you can get all of your notifications at streamline. You can go down it one by one. Once again, you got your programs. So the programs are going to be the challenges. The biggest program that you're going to be in is the third Accountability Accelerator program, which is what we're in right now. But you're going to start this on Sunday. Everybody's going to start this program on Sunday. Everybody's going to start this program on Sunday. Here's will be the list of where your program's at. This would be showing you your progress within the program. You could always leave the program and come back into the program if you want to start the program over. This will show you your completed programs. So on the desktop is where you do work and you look at all these things. You can still see these things on the mobile, but the mobile is mainly for fast communication, sharing it with friends, and just talking. That's for communication things. To do, you might want to do it on your laptop, make it easier on yourself. Do it on your laptop. All right, it's best on your laptop. Obviously, you can continue to go through here. Whatever posts that you have inside our garden, whatever comments, you can come in here and look at some of those things so you can see what you've been doing. Any orders, we do need to get our self-transformation blueprint. Any orders that you have, you'll be able to see them right here. So if you thought you paid for something, you didn't actually pay for it, you come right here and check and see if it actually went through, right? So let's see. That should pretty much do it for this, but please play around with that and see potential partners. When you see potential partners up here, some of y'all probably can't see, just zoom in a little bit, but when you see your potential partners, basically that's just people that follow you, right? When you see potential partners, it's people that follow you. And when you see potential connections, it's people that you follow back. So those people that you potentially connected with. Okay. Here's the other thing. Challenge courses and plays. This is where you want to go. This starts on Sunday. On Sunday. Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp Challenge, 30 days. So typically we have it in a group, and I'll show you that in a second. This time around, what we're doing it through a challenge as a program live and as a program on virtually. So we're doing it simultaneously. So you would join the program, Accountability Bootcamp. It might sound different the way I'm explaining it if you've never heard it before, but it's really just easy as going to challenges, courses in place, and choosing Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp program, and you start this on Thursday. I mean, not Thursday, but Sunday. Sunday. This program is connected to the Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp group. Inside the group, this is where you're going to share information. This is where you're going to get a chance to network with everybody. However, you're going to be doing your work privately inside of the Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp. So 124 steps each day, you're going to have things to do inside there. It's pretty much obtainable. It's not going to be hard to do. It's really easy. One thing I want to really stress is this. This is not separate from your mentorship. This is in alignment with your mentorship. So if you join the mentorship and you want to receive the information to become a real estate investor, please put that into your goals. Please make sure that that is part of what you are manifesting. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Please make sure you're manifesting everything that you want from your program. If you're in a real estate mentorship, Real estate should be inside your 30-day goals. It should be inside your goal update. It should be inside of all these things, your non-negotiable goals, right? So when you come into the boot camp, once again, you'll be able to see all the steps, and you'll be able to do that. Anybody who need help, we're going to turn it over in a minute, and we're going to help you out. But I just wanted to show you. So I already requested to join this. So once approved, it will be approved. Everybody go and request it now. Everybody will be approved on Sunday. So go and request now. Go and request now. Everybody go and request now. Okay. All right, cool. So let me show you. Once again, you'll get an email when your request is approved, so everybody should see that. And we also send out the push notification alerts, so you'll have that. So inside the groups and rooms, this is our place of communication. We also the Luhv Plus community. Inside the Luhv Plus community room, this encompasses everybody who's come through the Luhv Plus. Moya, can you continue to add those people inside the Luhv Plus community room? Some of you, you have Mailbox Motivation Academy, you have different rooms like that. However, everybody's going to be inside of the Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp group. Some of you who came from See You at the Bank community, go into your own community room and be able to connect with people who were just from your challenge. Those of you who came from FYF, you can go and do the same thing. All right. So you would Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp group. Inside of this group, weekly, periodically, Moya is going to drop, or sometimes Sunshine too, but Moya is going to post maybe your commitments for that day. Like you just go in there and you comment commitments. Weekly, everybody's going to share their stories. So what we're going to do is everybody's going to create a YouTube channel. Inside the YouTube channel, you're going to record your videos. And inside these videos, we're going to make sure that you do a recap of your experience and your process progress towards your weekly assignments. You don't have to publish these videos. You can make them private and unlisted, I think, where you could just send out a link and be able to, anybody with the link can view it. But this is stuff we'll go over on Monday, so don't feel like you're getting lost. You're not. I'm just brief going over some of these things with you. So Moya will make a post like this, comment inside the comment section of the post. Respond to her, like respond to this in the comment section. So she's gonna say field research. Comment inside in the comment section. So a good point of view is what Sunshine did here. Sunshine commented, she was researching top small business tax deductions. So she put the actual research inside the comment. So now we could all go back and get the research. And now Sunshine just helped me become better at tax deducting when it comes to having a small business. So we don't want you just to write, I researched small business. We don't want you to do that. We don't want that. We want you to put the actual research inside of that comment box. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. So these posts are not going to be every day. These posts are going to be random. So the person who is paying attention to this, right, and they comment, that will go towards a tally score. So the people with the highest scores, the highest student efficiency rating. So a student efficiency rating is this. Every time we give you an assignment, it's going to either take 1 day, 3 days, or however long it takes for you to finish it. that factors into your student efficiency rating. If you're a person that's tackling these tasks right away, your student efficiency rating will be higher. The person with the highest student efficiency rating, the person with the most participation inside class and on the app will win prizes, right? And we do that every time we have a boot camp or every time we have a program, we always do some giveaways. So please understand that will be happening. I will post, let me do this right now while in real time. I'm gonna do this in real time. I'm going to put the PDF. I'm going to put the PDF and the welcome packet here. So you can download this from the group. And I'm gonna open it up real quick and I'm gonna go through that. Just a little bit, I'm not gonna go through the entire thing. Oh, hold on. So I'll put the student packet in here, and I'm also going to put the other one in here as well. And this is the syllabus. This is what contains everything that you need to know what's going on. That way you can be successful. And don't worry, we have time for questions and everything for anybody too. Typically, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're going to limit our time to keep this to an hour. We're not going to go over time much, just because we want to make sure that we're being more effective with our time. And don't worry, we'll walk everybody through. Everybody's going to get to be, everybody's going to be good to go. So also what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add a topic tab on this. These topic tags are tags to help you be able to get to things quicker. So we're going to put this in the downloads tab. Let me see. Where are those downloads at? We're going to put it in the downloads tab. And I'll show y'all where you can always just go right to the downloads tab to be able to download. All right, so if you want to get to this fast on the app, it's going to be at the above, it's going to be at the top, but on the website, on the .com, it's going to be on the right side. You go to downloads, and it's going to be the most recent downloads. So you're going to get the accelerator PDF. Basically, it's going to break down everything. So here's how it would look. Here's how it looked. All right, cool. So once again, this whole entire program that you're part of right now is the MVP. It's called the MVP. This is business athletic training, where we understand that business is a sport. Inside of the MVP, you have the Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp Challenge. This is a 30 program. This is to develop your winning mindset, build unstoppable habits, master public speaking, and become that person you need to be to earn the right to have the experience. Now, we will read this on Monday, but you can take time and read it now. But once again, this is a place where we blend the worlds of business and athletics to cultivate enduring success. You have to be able to be peak conditioning, peak performance, right? Top-notch conditioning. And when we say that, it's basically the same thing as an athlete, right? If I'm not conditioned, I'm not going to be able to perform well. Like, I'm not going to be able to perform my ability and perform my skills well. I may have the skill, I may have the ability, but if my conditioning is not there, if I don't have enough practice in my conditioning, I'm not going to be able to withstand what's going to happen on the court, right? It's one thing to take practice shots and to be able to make shots when nobody's playing defense, or to be able to score a touchdown and catch a football when nobody's on you. But when somebody's on you, you know, it becomes different. So when your life is happening, when life is life, and you still got to be that person that can get through it all. When life is life, and you still got to be that person that can make things happen, right? So week 1 is all about the foundation of personal growth. So in this week, we're going to be really focused on this. Everybody's going to get a chance to practice. So we're going to call people up on the stage, and we're going to practice in real time. All right, in real time. This will be practice in real time. We want real time results. All right, everybody will be able to download that. Real fast, let me stop sharing the screen and let me take some hands just to see where we're at, and then we can get back. Oh, last thing I want to share is this too, resources. So you have a choice, right? Like, you could get on an alignment call. The alignment calls are $1,000, but for everybody who's inside of our boot camp, you get it off 50% off. Everybody who's a lifetime member, you get 70% off. So the one-on-one alignment calls with you will cost $500. Basically, it will be the same information as if you purchase where's that book at? Let me go find it. Self-Transformation Blueprint. Here it is, right here, inside of our resource sheet. Self-Transformation Blueprint. So you could just spend $97 and save yourself the trouble, or you could spend $500 and you can get with me, and I can do that. But I prefer y'all just go ahead and get the Self-Transformation Blueprint. Y'all can let me know what y'all prefer. But here's the link right here. This book right here, you need to do this. You need to read this before Sunday. Before Sunday, you should have already read this. If you ain't got time to read and you want to get on a 1-hour alignment call, that. But I recommend that all of you get this Self-Transformation Blueprint book. All right, so you could come in here and you could you can click that link and redirect you right to these resources. You're not going to find this on the apps, so don't look for it on the app. It is only available on the .com. It is only available on the .com. I'll drop the link for y'all right now, and I'll throw it into the chat. But it's only available on the .com. This is a required text. Self-Transformation Blueprint is required text. Just like you require, when you go out there and play basketball, you're required to purchase sneakers. You can't come out there barefoot talking about, I'm gonna get the sneakers once I make some money. It's not gonna happen. If you already have this transformation blueprint, you're already ahead. How many of us are dealing with time management issues? How many of us are dealing with time management? Let me know in the chat. If you already have the self-transformation blueprint, then just go ahead and get the time management book. Like, go ahead and get the time management book. If you already have the self-transformation blueprint, go ahead and get that. If you don't, start with the self-transformation blueprint. Before you go to time management, just start with the self-transformation blueprint. So I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. Everybody should go get this. You should be reading this. This is a quick read, but you have to now, this is your rules of engagement, right? These are your rules. This is what's going to help you become that person that earns the right to have the experience to purchase commercial real estate, so that when things happen, you can deal with it, right? This is what is going to be. Shout out to my guy, Anthony. I just messaged you like 2 days ago. But if you have the self-transformation blueprint already, go ahead and you can go and get the time management book. And if you have time management already and public speaking, how many of you have an issue with public speaking? How many of you public speaking is your great suit? You need some improvement in that area. Then you get the public speaking book. So let's go back to the digital assets. In fact, let me just go right to them. to this. Speak with confidence and courage, right? Speak with confidence and courage, right here. Speak with confidence and courage. If y'all want me to drop that in the chat, I'll drop that in the chat too. But you can find this easily. Just go online and be able to, you know, go to the resources, and you'll find all the resources that you need to be successful. I'll drop this in the chat real fast. Once again, like the reason why we're doing this, y'all, is to help you be the best version of yourself. This is not a money play. This is not a money grab. We could care less. Like, it's going to do more for you than a little, whatever, $97 that it's going to do for me. Like, let's just be real here. So, you know, don't feel no type of way because we charge you to go get your resources. That's what you should be doing. When you go to school, you ain't have no problem with purchasing those books that you never read again. At least these books are going to be able to guide you. Speak with confidence. And you can use these books for a lifetime. These are not one-time use books. You can use these for life. And these are ebooks. So please don't hit me up later on asking for a refund because you thought this was a hard copy. This is an ebook. It says it right here, ebook. All right, I'll drop that in the chat, y'all, so you can have that. Once again, you go right to the resources and you can find all of this. I'll go find the time management for you. Well, can somebody just copy and paste that and just redrop it in the chat? Whatever I dropped in, can somebody just copy and paste it, redrop it in the chat? Time management for entrepreneurs. Some of these books you can use as private label rights, right? Some of them you can resell. So if it has PLR next to it, you can resell it. So you can sell it as your own, or you can sell it as is. All right? Just so y'all know, like if y'all want to make money, y'all want to have opportunity to make money, everything that you do, you're going to be able to have an opportunity to make money here, y'all. So don't think that you can't. Everything that you do, you're gonna have an opportunity to make money off of it. We as much as we tell you to invest into yourself, we also show you that you can make money here as well. So please just understand that anything you invest into, you can also make money off of. So you can get your money right back. It's not an issue. You get your money right back. Anybody wants to become an affiliate, all you got to do is sign up for the affiliate. I'll show you that real fast. That's super easy and simple to do. Which I'd rather y'all do that, which you can track your progress. You can see everything. You have your own office in the back end. So that'd be dope for you. Where we're at, time management. And I'll show y'all too, like we make money off of ebooks all day, like all day. You can make, and this is what Ramel was talking about when we said you could make $5,000 a month. Yes, you can. I easily do that. $5,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $2,000 off of ebooks. It would say PLR next to them. That's how you know which one's a PLR. And then there's also a bundle, right? It's also a white label bundle, and I'll show you that as well. Time management for entrepreneurs. This is time management for entrepreneurs, y'all. So I'm gonna drop that in the chat. Just somebody just keep recirculating these so that way everybody can get them. Once again, you could be the person that thinks that you're gonna do well without it. Go ahead, go ahead and be that person. That's the same person that thinks that you need coaching. Okay, it's not hurting me. I'm not losing anything. You're not hurting me. Like, you're investing into yourself. So just think about it in ways that's going to be beneficial to you. And oh yeah, Kana, yeah, I see your message. You bought them before the price went up. Yeah. So if you bought them before the price went up, that shout out to you. You won. Like one thing, that's why when we mention these things to y'all, like it's for our school group, right? Our community on school. It's really $147 a month. But when we do promotions and it becomes $47, take advantage of it now because you're gonna pay more if you don't do it now. Same thing with these resources. Same things with these resources. So here's how you would do it. So once again, I'll show you again. So if you came in and you went through the resources, right? Like here's the database of the resources that can help you no matter what you're going through, no matter what it is. You have some resources here that can help you. right? When you click on those resources, it'll direct you to a page that contains that particular resource. You will be like, let's say you pick Speak with Confidence and Courage, you clicked on that one, it takes you to that resource. Now, all you got to do, if you want to, just go to digital assets, go back, or you could always type in luhvplus.com/digital assets. Oh, assets, excuse me, // assets. Let me put that in the chat so it's not confused. I got tongue twisted just now. So you could always click luhvplus.com/assets, and you will always be directed to the digital asset page. It shows you at the top what happens when you order an ebook, so that way you don't get confused. After your purchase, when you order an ebook, after you purchase, you will get an email to your email account that you used on file, and you just click download, and you'll be able to download those books. Do not download the books and share it out to other people. You're doing them a disservice. If you don't have the mindset to invest into your own business, your own personal development, you're not going to go far with this program. You're not going to go far in business. If you're always looking for the way to cut the corner or for the cheap way, like we pay people. The reason why we pay people is because we want you to get your money's worth. We want you to get what you deserve, but don't look for, we're not looking for the handout. All right, so this is not about being a handout. So if you want to earn money becoming a Luhv Plus affiliate, you sell away. There's tons of people. You could go down a resource list and just see how many people that I know could actually utilize this program. So you're going to earn 40% commission for every successful. So every time you refer somebody to become an affiliate, or every time you refer somebody to a product, you're going to get 40%, right? So when that ebook, right? So that ebook is $97. You're going to get 40% of that when somebody purchases. So all you need is 3 sales for you to make over what you purchased. And now you done got 3 potential clients that's in your database. Now you got them in your database. I think that went over your head. I'm not going to tell you what to do with that play just yet, but you got them in your database. Anyway, that'll be later on. So which tab was that? Kana, right? So basically, once again, here's how it works. When you're online, right, and you go to resources, what happens is it'll be right here. It'll redirect you to the sheets. You'll click the sheet, and you'll be able to have access to the spreadsheet. Once you're in the spreadsheet, it gives you the links to everything that here. It tells you the price on the side too. Those prices will vary. So if you are intelligent, if you are smart, you are the best, you would get them now while we do have the promotions. So when you click on one of those, it takes you directly to, just do it in real time. When you click on one of these products, it'll take you directly to the product, right? Take you directly to the product. If you want to go to the digital asset store, there's 2 ways you can get there. If you want to go to the digital asset store, there's 2 ways. Once you click on that product, you can always go right to digital assets at the top, or you could just straight to luhvplus.com/assets, and it would take you directly to the asset page. It's our digital asset store. Right? If you want to become an affiliate, it's right here. It says money by becoming a Luhv Plus affiliate. Once you get that, you can start making money, y'all. There's tons of people that it's people that's not inside of this group, right? That is inside of other mentorships that you might be in. And those people might need these resources, but being that they don't know that this exists, they just miss out on those resources. Instead of missing out, you could be the person that supplies them with that. And you could do it white labeled, right? You could do it white labeled. These are other assets. Like if you need help with your credit repair, you want to do it yourself and different things of that nature, credit removal, inquiry removals, go ahead and you can just download that. Here are some other white label ones. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the questions. Here's the white label ones. If you want to make 10K in 90 days, and it's going to take you 90 days to learn how to make the 10K. You could do it in 60. Some of y'all have done it in 30. But when you do it after days, or when you do it eventually, you now can make $10,000 per month. So that's what this is. And it's a step-by-step guide. So you can also sell this. It's white label. You can go ahead and you can download this. And it's white label. It's a whole package bundle. It's a bunch of things in here that you can use. There's a simple credit repair as well as white label. You can come in here and you can use it yourself, or you can sell it to people. It's white label. You can just bundle, change the name on it, or you could just sell it the way it is. You don't have to change the name on it. There's other sorts of great things in here. As y'all know, we got the Mailbox Millionaire banking system. Some of y'all heard about this last night. We have the ebook right here that guides you on how to become the person that could do the Mailbox Millionaire banking, right? And that was created by Mr. Brooklyn Business. So let me stop sharing my screen for now, and let me go to any hands so we can get y'all serviced, right? We want to service everybody. So Sunshine, are you available? Sunshine is here. Let's pull up on the screen, please. Hey, Sunshine.
Okay.
All right. Let's bring up the first person and let's start helping everybody. So if you have any questions or concern, everybody, we want to get you in now. We want to get everybody in now. We want to get everybody in. We want to get you the right links for the group. We want to get everybody in.
Queen Maeva, how are you, love? Come talk to us.
Good morning, everyone. My question is, I'm on the app. This is the first time that I'm viewing it on for the computer screen. So, with not being able to use my Gmail address, what options do I have? Is it only the Facebook or Instagram?
You can use your Gmail address, just enter it manually, because if you have multiple addresses, and let's say randomly you're going through your addresses and you just change your address by accident, like you switch onto a different tab by accident. So for me, let's just say I got mogul3 at Gmail and I got mogul2 at Gmail. I signed up with mogul3 at Gmail, but being that earlier in the day I had a confirmation email that was coming from Amazon to my mogul2 at Gmail. I forgot that that's where I left it at. And now I'm going on Luhv Plus. When I go to sign in through email, it's at mogul2 at Gmail. And now it creates a whole new account for me just because I forgot, versus it just being, I signed up with mogul3 at Gmail. And now every time I just go to Luhv Plus, I just type in mogul3 at Gmail. So easier to manually put it in. Yes, you can still use a Gmail account.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. So let's get everybody set up with that, because once again, the reason why your mentor, your coach, decided to go with me is because, once again, I'm the one who near this space where it's all about accountability and leadership to help you get the best results. So they know that they're dealing with the best of the best. If you don't trust yourself to join the program, if you don't trust your mentor, then you're probably in the wrong space, y'all. Shout out to everybody who is doing it though. Let's continue to go. Who's the next person? Who we got coming up next, Sunshine?
Next up is Queen Lakeisha. Come talk to us, Queen.
Okay, how you guys doing? Quick question. The ones you were saying, the books or the resources that are PL, can you show an example of the PL one, the ones that are resellable? I was looking at the spreadsheet, like, is it once you click on this particular one? I don't see any that says PL.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Let me share the screen. So they would say PLR on them, and you could also look it up. Let me see if it's up here. Should be a tab that comes up, but I'm not seeing the tab right now. So we're going to go back in the back end and highlight that. It should be a tab that comes up to make it easy to customize that. Yeah, it should be easy to customize that. It should be right here popping up, but I don't see it. But this is what you could also do. You could come up here. Where are the names? Come into the names, and you can go down and search. There is another search bar up here as well. Let me just see if it works for SPLR. So if you come to the top and you type in the search bar up here, just let the screen catch up to me. PLR. Now the products that have PLR in it are all going to be listed here. So now you know that this one is one as well.
Okay.
So now you see, this is only $2. You can sell this for $20, to be honest. So once you get this private label rights, you can now go ahead and sell these, and you can sell it at whatever price you want to sell it at. Just because you put it at $20 doesn't mean anybody gonna buy it, but just because you put it at $20 doesn't mean that somebody won't buy it. Like somebody will buy it. So just understand that that's there for you.
Okay.
Was that it, or did you have anything else while we're on?
Yeah, the thing you just put in the post is that something we'll see once we've been accepted to that group? Is that what that was? So once
Which
you did a post.
Which one was that? Which post?
What we should expect from the accountability, I believe it was. Did you just put that in the Accountability Accelerator program group?
Yes, yes. Once you're accepted into that group, you will see that at the top, very top. Like the last 3 posts, so you'll be able to see that at the top. So everybody will be getting accepted. Can somebody work on the back end and start accepting people if you haven't already? I know Moya is off, so Sunshine, or Jasmine, if you have the capabilities, can you start accepting people who comes in? So all right, cool. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Queen. I know Tracy had a question in the chat real quick. Yeah, you could buy the book from us, and then you could create your own purchase link, or you could just become an affiliate and just sell from the bundle, and that would be easier for you if you don't want to create your own link. So that's always there, y'all. Tons of options. It's not going to just be one way. It's going to be multiple ways to make multiple streams. That's what we care about, allowing you to have multiple ways to make multiple streams that lead to multiple streams of income. So please feel free to ask questions so you can get the service that you need right now. What we got coming up, Sunshine?
Queen Jonna, come talk to us, Queen.
Hi, good morning. I will need someone to assist me because I'm in, but it took me a while to get on because I kept putting LUV as opposed to LUH. And so I got behind. And so I would appreciate if someone could assist me once we finish. I'm on
Okay,
it.
yeah, definitely we could do that.
Okay, thank you.
So once we finish with this, you know what? I'll personally stick around. So once we finish with this, I'll personally stick around. Anybody who wants to stay on, and then I'll help y'all personally with anything that we need. So stay on, Joanna, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so Tracy, just become an affiliate, and then that way everything is taken care of for you. All you gotta do is just send a link to people. That's the easiest part. I'll just do that. That's what I usually would do. I would just be an affiliate. It doesn't make sense to reinvent the wheel and do a whole bunch of extras already right there. And I got credibility. So the thing about this too is you all have now credibility, right? You all now have credibility. Where if you're people to our site, it's credible. So you already win just by having that. Like if you got your own site, you might be starting off new. It might come off a different way. But you got the experts right here in real time, y'all. So use us to your advantage. Queen, who we got coming up?
Oh, there she go. Hey, Queen Abby. How are you, love?
Good morning. Good morning. For some reason, I'm not able to access all of these instructions. I think it's because I was using my Gmail. So I'm gonna need help.
If you
When you study the instructions, I
yeah,
was
if you're using Yeah, I got you, Queen. If you're using your Gmail, this goes for everybody. Like if you use the Gmail to log in, just cancel whatever that is. Just go to your profile and delete your profile. Like go to your profile now and delete it. Because if not, you're gonna have a duplicate. And I'm just warning you right now that I know if you have multiple Gmail accounts, chances are you're going to be one of those people who sign in by with another Gmail account and create a whole new account for you. And then now you think that everything has been lost. So just to stay away from that, we log in manually. You still use the same Gmail account, but just do it manually. So that way you're good. So anybody else with any other question now? Queen, any other questions for you while I have you up here? So stick around, Abby. Stick around if you don't have another one personally. All right.
All right.
Anybody else? Right after this, we're getting ready to shut this down.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I can't get in.
Okay. So let me shut down this call. And basically, I'm just gonna stop recording, and then we'll continue. All right. So before I do that, just remember this starts on Sunday. Sunday, everybody will be accepted into the challenge. And let me just share my screen on that, so that way we're very clear about this, and there's no confusion. So we're utilizing the Luhv Plus app to keep us accountable. It's like our accountability partner. We're also going to have live accountability partners. Sunshine, if you don't mind, can you control the mics for me, please, in the back?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go to groups and rooms. Inside the app, it's going to be called community. It's the same thing. It's groups and rooms.
Can you co-host?
Right? Inside the groups and rooms. What happened?
I need co-host, King.
I'm not the host, so I can't give it to you, unfortunately. All right. Let's have Jasmine mute those mics then. Thank you, Queen. So, where were you at? So, all right, cool. Yeah. So when we go to groups and rooms, right, you want to make sure you go into your group, be the Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp group right here. You go into the group. You can always search it, or it should pop up for you. Some of you said you haven't seen the group, right? Let's go ahead and get to the group. So I'm gonna drop a link to the group in the chat. So when you see AAB, that's Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp. Right, so AAB, Accountability Accelerator Bootcamp. Hold on. And this is the link. All right, so you have to click that group and you can go right to the group. We'll also put this group inside of your, let's do it right now. What's that right there? Kana, you sent a picture of what? Sunshine, can you help us out? I don't know what that is. She sent, can you just let us know what that is?
Looks like she's in. I'm not really sure. It's the very first group, but it looks like she's already in there because it's not asking her to join anymore from the picture.
See if she could come up and mute.
I don't have co-host abilities.
Let me do it myself if that's okay.
Yes, darling, it is.
Okay, so the first one is the Mailbox the MMA Accelerator. I thought looking on your screen, it said something else, accountability something. So like it was a different visual, it was a different picture, a different title. Yeah, see, it says something else there, and I don't see that one. So I don't know if I'm in both or just the MMA through Mogul.
Yeah, you're just in the MMA. You haven't seen that one. So
But now when I
look inside this
because I
group
got
chat
my
right now.
computer up. Okay, let me go back. Because yeah, when I hit
Yeah,
the
look
groups
inside
and
the group
rooms at
chat.
the top, this is the list of them that it gave. But let me go into here. I see Moya pinned one. Okay, 1 minute ago. It didn't load up yet. I see your name and it say you just posted, but it's not showing me. I can flip my camera around if you
See that
want.
right there? You see this group
Yeah,
right here?
see, it's
Go
on
in there
my
now and refresh it.
screen. Okay, let me refresh.
Yeah, refresh it.
Let's see. There you go. 1 second ago. All right, let me put in. It's loading. This group can't be found. Go to the group list. That's what they say on mine. How do I flip my video? I think that worked. Can y'all see my computer? So when I clicked on the link that you just posted,
No.
this is what I see. I don't know if it got
Mine does
a
that too.
little.
Oh, okay. I see. I know what that is. Hold on. I know what that is.
I think I did a
Basically,
search
that's
and
blocked
found it that way.
for y'all. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think you can search for it. I think it's blocked for y'all. Yeah, I think it's blocked for y'all. I gotta make it unprivate or something like that. So I'm about to do that for y'all right now.
I know I'd be multitasking and bouncing back and forth between screens, so I think I found it somewhere and sent the request. But again, trying to match what I see to what you're showing me, it just seems to be a mismatch that I want to make sure I'm asking for access to the right thing. Because it's,
Yeah, I got you.
hitting me with these errors.
I got you. I'm gonna make it noticeable for y'all so y'all could all see it. Because what I think is it's private. Yeah, see, it's private. So it'll be public for now. So everybody do it now because we have to put it back on private. So it's public now. So if you go in there right now, it'll be up there. But do it now so that way, you know, you can get the access.
And go back.
So now thank you for that, for pointing that out, because it was private. So now everybody should have this now.
So can I search it now?
Yeah, you can search it now. It's public now. You can search it.
Still can't see it.
It won't come up.
Refresh it, right? So if you're on the app, close the app out, come back. If you're on the website, just refresh it because it's not going to show up if you just go to it.
So I hit the refresh and I even went all the way back through the MMA link like I did the first time to click on your post, and I'm still getting hit with the same. Maybe if you refresh yours, it'll refresh like the whole thing since you like the creator, maybe.
Let me check on the phone too. All right,
But
so
the app I would have to close this one.
Yeah, let me check on the app. Yeah, it should be good now. You should be able to see it.
Try to refresh.
I'm looking at it right here. Let me give you the co-host, so that way you could You can share.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm on the Zoom on my phone, but I'm on the computer for the love. But I would. I just don't know if it's gonna work. Let me go back in here.
So on both, it should be available from the mobile and the desktop. Yeah, it should be good now, Maurice.
Yeah, I see it now.
My computer about to die, so it's taking forever to refresh. But if other people can see it, I'm confident that I'll be able to see it here in a minute.
Is everybody else seeing it now?
There you go. Yep, there you go.
Okay, I'm still trying.
It's here.
Just refresh it. Like it should be good because I seen it live and I just seen it. It says it is public now. So I'm gonna go back to the settings and I'm gonna see if it's public.
It finally popped up on mine, and as soon as I hit the join button, it added me, and it says like 375 or so in the group. Okay. So yeah, I think it finally refreshed for us. Everybody just need to refresh their stuff.
Yeah, it's public. Look, it's public now. So you don't even need to be accepted. It would automatically put you into the group. So everybody should be able to do that now. Let me stop recording y'all and then we could continue this.
I'll go ahead and shut my mic back up.